think I'm going to stand for this reading because this one is an interesting one. I got a very interesting download. I got it like 2 hours ago, but I was waiting to see if anything else was going to come through before I decided to record, right? Okay, so here we are. I'm recording. I got this download at 10:13 this morning. The day that I'm recording this is the 10th, okay? You're seeing this maybe today. Maybe you're seeing this on the 10th. I don't know if I'm going to upload it today or not, but recording this on July 10th, okay? So at 10:13 this morning, about 2 hours ago, because it is 12:11 right now, almost 2 hours ago exactly, I was sitting here meditating and I got a download, and it was something about the MIB, the Men in Black, and Intel. So I was like, what is this about? So this is what I got. It was a download, something about the MIB and Intel. Some kind of information, some kind of intellect, okay? The energy felt powerful as fuck, though. It felt powerful. It felt dense, not heavy, not even really negative, just not negative at all, actually. It was just powerful, dense, big, and haughty, okay? Those are the words that I had a hard time trying to find the correct words to describe this energy. The best two words I could come up with to describe it was big and haughty, okay? Haughty, H-A-U-G-H-T-Y, haughty. Now, this is where the download, the channel message started to get very interesting. The energy, this powerful, big energy, felt like a being or an entity, okay? And I was called to this book, this Edgar Allan Poe book of all his works, right? So I was called to this book, and I just flipped the pages, opened up to a random page, and put my finger down. And this is what I got. Page 505. I got the excerpt. No two matters can be more radically different than the reputation of some of our prominent literatures as gathered from the mouths of the people, and the same reputation as deduced from the private estimate of intelligent and educated men. Okay? So it took me a second, but from that excerpt, I got that this being, this energy, this entity, has a reputation of being very powerful and prominent. Okay? So this is a very prominent, very well-known, very big, very powerful energy. Okay? This isn't small potatoes. This is a big ass entity, energy, being, something. Okay? So I also kept hearing the name Galactus. If you don't know who Galactus is a Marvel character. He is the eater of worlds. He literally travels through the universe and eats galaxies, okay? So I kept hearing Galactus. So as I was looking up more information about Galactus, I already know he's a Marvel character. I know what his purpose in the Marvel universe is. But when I looked it up, I got that Galactus is from Earth-616. But it says that's most characters in the Marvel universe, okay? So it's like an alternate reality, another dimension, another parallel universe possibly, or something like that. Why that's significant, I'm not sure. But, Earth-616, parallel universe, another Earth. I'm getting like new Earth energy. But you'll understand why in a second, why I'm getting new Earth energy. Okay, so basically this is the gist of this download. What this is the Men in Black, the MIB, are literally looking to recruit someone, a person who has the ability to channel and speak to this energy, this entity, this being, okay? So the reason why I got MIB and Intel for the download was because the MIB, the Men in Black, they are real. They are literally looking to recruit someone who has the ability to channel and speak to this energy, this entity, this being, right? So after I got that part, I kind of just sat for a second. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I'm like meditating some more, waiting to see if I'll get anything else. And then it just hit me like a fucking tsunami. And I was like, oh my God. This is the rest of the download, okay? The energy, this entity, this being is the sun. It's Ra, the sun, okay? God. So scientists, I don't know if you guys remember this. I don't know how long ago this was, a year, 2 years ago, I'm not sure. But scientists have literally concluded that they have the evidence to say and believe that the sun is alive, aware, sentient, okay? Duh, it's God. It's the sun. It's Ra, life, the sustainer, the creator, okay? Yes. So the men in black are looking for someone who can communicate with the sun, communicate with Ra, communicate with God, okay? Now, the galactus energy is because the sun is the center of our galaxy. We all know this. The sun goes, if the sun goes, like if the sun goes out or like disappeared, all life in the galaxy would go also, okay? The sun, Ra, God is the sustainer, the creator, the life giver, the grower, the center of the universe, the center of the galaxy, everything, okay? So if the sun was to go, all life in the galaxy would go as well. The sun has the power to eat worlds. God, the sun, fire. God is a consuming fire, has the ability to eat worlds, just like Galactus, right? Well, that's solar flares, solar flash. The great solar flash is going to eat the earth, and then new earth will be formed, okay? So the men in black literally want someone who can communicate with Ra on their behalf. Someone who has the ancient bloodline of Ra, the ancient bloodline of God. That was what I got from the download, right? So as I was sitting here, I was like, okay, that's crazy. That's deep as fuck. And then it came to me to pull from my karmic deck of cards. Why? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think there's a card in there that says MIB or something on it, but I was called to that deck. So I started to shuffle. And when I was shuffling through the deck, I specifically asked, what else do I need to know about this message about the men in black? And you know what happened? 3 cards fell out. And these 3 cards that fell out say absolutely nothing. They're blank. Both sides are blank. I didn't even know I had blank cards in that deck. There was only 4. I went through the whole deck after I found these. There was only 1 other card that was blank in the deck. There was 4 cards blank in the deck. These 3 fell out together. So when I asked, what else do I need to know about this message and about the men in black? Nothing. There's nothing else that I need to know. There's nothing else I need to tell you. But then as I was shuffling, I kept shuffling. Nothing else was coming out. But I did see God's favorite and past life or past lives. So, like I said, the men in black are looking for someone who is able to communicate with Ra, God, the sun, God's favorite, and someone who is a direct descendant, someone who has the ancient bloodline of Ra, of God, past lives. So, take that how it resonates. But the men in black are recruiting. They're looking. They're searching for that person that has that bloodline